Hello and welcome to Doug's Dumb Channel. I am your host and occasional hypochondriac, Doug. This is a true story. A couple of years ago during the winter, I had been having this ongoing cough that was just not going away. And one morning I got up to go to work and I had this abdominal bruising all along my side. And I'm like, that's not normal. I probably should go see a doctor. So I took a picture of it. And for those of you that want to see, some people want to see stuff like this. Other people don't. So if you don't want to see this, just close your eyes for a second. And for those that you want to really take a look, freeze frame or whatever. But I'll show a picture of it. Whew. Man, I've got to get back on my diet. So I texted a picture of it and said, I'm going to go see the doctor. And he's like, fair enough. Good call. So I get to the doctor's office and it was early in the morning and it was, slow. And so at the desk, I gave them my name and insurance information, and they got me right in, and I got weighed, and then I got, the blood pressure taken and all that stuff, and I got in, and the intake nurse comes in and says, so, what's going on with you? And so I said, well, for the past few weeks, I've had this ongoing cough. I don't feel bad. I just have this ongoing cough that just won't go away. Sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes it's not so bad. And, to be honest, I haven't felt this good in weeks. And I woke up and I pull up my shirt and show it to her, and she goes, oh my. I'm like, that's what I said. So she's like, well, let's get the doctor to come in and take a look. And so, she leaves and the doctor comes in and says, so what's going on with you? So I basically tell him the whole story and I pull up my shirt and she's like, oh my. I was like, everybody's saying that. So he's like, well, let's do some tests. And so they set me up for x-ray. They did a CT scan. They didn't do a CAT scan or a dog scan. I hear those are a real bitch. But, so anyway, they are going to do these tests. And it must have been super slow at the emergency room that day because, I had 5-6 nurses all just hanging around my examining room, and I swear I have never been so popular with women, never. And so I had one over here talking to me, and I had one gal, she was working on my arm, and apparently I have high blood pressure because blood was just running down my arm at one point. I'm just they're doing blood work and stuff. And so this one is doing stuff, and she's cleaning up the blood, doing stuff, and she says, in a moment you're going to taste something. Well, that's a weird thing to say. And the gal over here, she's asking me questions while she's doing her thing. And at one point she says, are you allergic to shellfish? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. She goes, well, do you like shrimp? I'm like, oh, I love shrimp. She's like, okay, that's a no on shellfish. Oh my God, I can taste it. What is that? What is going on? What is that? Holy smoke. This is weird. It was, they got a big kick out of me. Apparently I'm fun. And so anyway, I go in and they're going to put me in the tube, and the gal, she's like, okay, you're going to feel like you've peed yourself, but you haven't. It's just the feeling you're going to have. And I'm like, she's putting something in, and I'm glad you told me. That is weird. That is really weird. Whew. Okay. So they do all these crazy tests, and the x-ray, they just stand me in front of the thing and they do an x-ray. And so I'm sitting in the examining room, just kind of cooling my heels, just kind of hanging out and waiting. And then the doctor comes in. He goes, well, we can't find anything wrong with you. We don't know what it is. And I'm like, you run all these tests and I've got abdominal bruising all through here, and you're like, eh. And he's like, yeah, probably, yeah. Not in those exact words, but yeah, he's like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong. I mean, you would think that with modern technology and scans and stuff like that, they'd be able to have some clue. I mean, they went to medical school, for crying out loud. I mean, I bet Dr. Frankenstein would have an idea. But he's like, yeah, we don't know. Yeah, got nothing. I mean, you feel fine, right? Yeah, I feel fine. Does it hurt or anything? I was like, no, it doesn't hurt at all. I mean, bruising, I mean, there's something wrong. I mean, it's, I thought maybe internal bleeding or something, but I'm like, going through in my head, I was going, before I called you guys, before I showed up, I kind of went through it. I'm like, well, it's clearly not my appendix. And he's like, that's because it's on the other side. Because it's on the other side. Yeah, and so I went through other things that it could be or wouldn't be, and so that's why I came here. he's like, yeah, we got nothing. It's just, yeah, it's bruising. So I went home, and then I went to work because I was fine. They didn't know anything. I'm like showing people at work, hey, check this out, and they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." So at lunch, I'm on Google looking it up, and it's a bruise. That's what it is. It's a. I am not a doctor. Do not take anything I say for medical advice. Do not. This is just what happened to me. I'm telling you my story, not advice. But had I not panicked and just Googled it, I'm like, oh, wow, look, abdominal bruising from coughing too hard. So that coughing that I've been having, I was coughing so much and so hard that apparently it just caused bruising. It's a thing. Who would have thunk it? Yeah. But it just amazed me that they had no idea what was wrong. I mean, they could have just said, oh, yeah, that's abdominal bruising. That's easy. A number of years ago, my knee was all puffy, and I went to the doctor and I said, hey, I got, I roll up my pant leg and show him the puffy knee. And the nurse, not even the doctor, the nurse gal, she's like, oh, you have bursitis. And I'm like, oh, what's that mean? She goes, you have fluid on your knee. I'm like, can you fix it? And she's like, sure. She leaves and she comes back with a little tray with some needles and stuff. And, she does like a local anesthesia thing. And then she takes a bigger needle and she shoves at it. Have you ever had, cooking hamburger and there's that fluid and stuff? Imagine sucking that out of my knee. That's basically what it looked like. And she's like, yeah, it's bursitis. I'm like, do I need to worry about it? Is this going to be a condition? Like, it just happens once in a while. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, she knew right away exactly what it was. But that was years ago, like way many years ago. But today, it's like with modern technology and stuff, you'd think they would know. I have at least 2 or 3 friends that have medical conditions that they don't have any idea what's wrong with them. And a friend that had like a lung thing for like over the better part of a year. No idea. They're like, it could be this, could be that. We'll put you on this, we'll put you on that. We'll run this test. No idea. No idea. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm like, you know what? You should take your symptoms and run them through an AI and maybe figure out what's wrong with you. And she's like, oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. So how about you guys? Do you know anybody, or you yourself personally, your doctor's like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you. I have no idea. It's kind of weird. I mean, how many people have just dropped dead lately? I mean, just over the past few years, people are just like, dropped dead. Like, what's going on? What's going on? You would think that these medical professionals would have answers for stuff, but they don't have any idea. I mean, they couldn't even diagnose a bruise even with a CT scan and an X-ray. Well, I guess the X-ray wouldn't show anything, but anyway. But yeah, you would think they would have seen that before. I mean, remember the TV show Doc Hollywood? The kid ate too many apples, and he's like, here, have a soda. Burp. You feel better now? That'll be 75 cents. But now it's like, oh my God, I couldn't even tell you what the bill was that I got. Holy smoke. But anyway, medical technology, not as impressive as it should be. Really not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you had some fun. And, you know about the buttons and stuff. Thanks for watching.